From the onset, allow me to say that I rise to oppose the motion of the removal by way of impeachment of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And Honorable Speaker, for the last 2 days, today and yesterday, we have been treated to a charade of allegations, accusations, which, in my opinion, have not been substantiated either by the mover of the motion, the Honorable Methu, or the advocates who he came with, or the advocates that are on record for the National Assembly. And Honorable Speaker, I am actually quite surprised that one of the advocates who appeared to represent the National Assembly tells us that the Honorable Methu, his was only to allege. This is not a trial. He didn't have to substantiate. He only needed to allege, and out of the allegation, then it should be carried, and we need to remove Honorable Deputy President from office. Honorable Speaker, looking at the evidence that the Honorable Methu put in his motion, and the cross-examination that was here, the evidence that he brought to the House, he had 22 companies that he had listed. And when questions were running to him, what problem do you have with the company number one? I don't have a problem with it. Maybe you will have a problem in future. But the Deputy President must be removed from office. What do you have what problem do you have with company number two? I don't have a problem with it, but it might have a problem in future, and the Deputy President must be removed from office. And he kept telling us, I don't have a problem with the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one, but the Deputy President has to be removed from office. Honorable Speaker, I posed a question to the Honorable Methu. He alleged that the Deputy President has a dairy farm in Nyandarua County. The fairest thing, or the least that anybody would do to such an accusation, you need to tell us where in Nyandarua is this land, at least remotely tell us what is the title number, so that even if, as the area senator, if I want to verify that indeed the Deputy President has a dairy farm in Nyandarua, there is something that I can look at. Honorable Speaker, he said, I don't know, but the Deputy President has to be removed because it is time to remove the Deputy President. On the question about Meru, where is the title number? I don't have it, but the Deputy President has to be removed from office. His wealth is 5.2 billion. Have you done a valuation? I don't have a valuation. I don't have a valuation. I don't mind. The Deputy President has to be removed from office. There is no evidence that I have in record. I don't mind. The other funnier question that we had, Honorable Speaker, is that the Deputy President has an allegation of insubordination. And the insubordination can only be sanctioned by the immediate supervisor of the Deputy President. The immediate supervisor of the Deputy President is the President. Is there any affidavit that the President has complained that there has been insubordination by his own deputy? Nothing. But the only thing that I would want to hold on to, on this particular allegation of the Deputy President having been alleged to have insubordinated his immediate supervisor. Since this motion of impeachment started, we have not had any comment from the President, either saying what has been alleged by Honorable Methu is true or not true. So I want to believe that beyond the owner of the motion of the Honorable Methu, the President is the bigger owner, because he has not denied that this is there has been an insubordination. And my comment would be this: this divorce that the President is looking for, you shall get it, but it will be painful, it will be hurtful, it will be catastrophic, it will have casualties. At the final vote that will be casted today, we might be the first casualties. But the casualties of today are not necessarily the casualties of tomorrow. And out of the vote that shall be taken, I'm speaking to our partners in the coalition and the other people who are here from ODM and the other parties. This vote that you shall take today, it is not in vain that the senator for Nyandarua, it is not in vain that the senator for Kiambu, it is not in vain that the senator for Muranga, it is not in vain that the senator for Laikipia, it is not in vain that the senator for Kirinyaga, with strict instructions from the people who elected this government, have told them to come and oppose the motion that is on this floor of the House. Honorable Speaker, I'm being disrupted. The point that I wanted to make is, it is not in vain that we have been instructed not to sanction this divorce. But if it comes, we shall take it in our strides. I want to tell the people who are here, the vote that we shall cast here, we shall not put it in our minds. We shall put it in our hearts. The people of the region that I have mentioned are at their lowest. We are calling on the senators who are here. It is time to stand with us. Finally, This motion had to be processed in a haste. We had to try a man in hospital because the only crime that Rigathi Gachagua has committed is a political crime. So he had to be removed out of the way, whatever it will take, whether he's in hospital, whatever it will take, he has to get out of the way. That can only happen if it has the direct sanctioning of the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto.
Senator Tom Ojenda.
Honorable Speaker, it is with a heavy heart that I stand in Senate today to comment on the motion and the 11 charges that have been proffered against the Deputy President, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. During today's session, when the advocate for the Deputy President made a presentation, I posed a question to the advocate. And the question, Mr. Speaker, sir, related to the share question which informs count one. Count one is on gross violation of Article 10.2, Article 73, Article 75, 129, 147, and 131 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is inconceivable that certain regions of this country, in view of the Deputy President, cannot and do not form part of the so-called, Mr. Speaker, sir, the shareholders in this country. To me, Mr. Speaker, sir, the shareholding question and paradigm that the Deputy President has so eloquently, for the longest time possible, stuck to since the election, is the lowest, Mr. Speaker, sir, that he has gone. It is the lowest, Mr. Speaker, sir, because this morning, the advocate was unable to respond to the shareholding percentage for Kisumu County, Siaya County, Migori and Homa Bay counties, Mombasa County, and many other counties, including West Pokot, Trans Nzoia, Mandera, Marsabit, and Vihiga counties. Mr. Speaker, sir, the shareholding question violates expressly Article 10.2b of the Constitution.
Senator Tabitha Karanja. You have 2 more minutes. It's a system flow.
Mr. Speaker, I thought that was rigging. I thought that was rigging. But Mr. Speaker, sir, may I move to just conclude, to move? Mr. Speaker, sir, the presidency of this country, and we have moved under Articles 145 to 155 of the Constitution to impeach the Honorable Deputy President. The embodiment of the role of the President at Article 131 of the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, sir, the President is the embodiment of this country. He represents this country, and therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, any coalition agreements of any nature must crumble in the face of Article 131 upon election. The President and his deputy, who is his assistant, must, Mr. Speaker, sir, embrace the principles of inclusivity and Article 10 and be the face and represent all the people of this country. Submissions made by councils for the National Assembly to the effect, Mr. Speaker, sir, that any instrument, be it a political agreement deposited with the registrar, Mr. Speaker, sir, that violates this principle of necessity, Mr. Speaker, sir, are unconstitutional. And it is in the face, Mr. Speaker, sir, of this first count that I will vote in favor of the impeachment of the Deputy President. Mr. Speaker, the other counts that are set out and that relate to violation of the principles of national cohesion, Mr. Speaker, sir, have been proven by the submissions made before this House this afternoon. Violation of Article 147 and 152 of the Constitution have been proved as set out in the charges framed by the National Assembly. Mr. Speaker, for the first time, let me say this, that this country must pull together in one direction. And that direction, if the President, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the Deputy cannot work together, then the interests of this nation cannot be safeguarded by allowing the Deputy President to continue being in office if his ideals are clearly in contravention or oppose the ideals that are held by the President of this country. We must support His Excellency President Ruto to run this country in a coordinated manner that Mr. Speaker, sir, brings together all the citizens of this country in a manner that coalesces all the 45.
Senator Tabitha Karanja.